Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Royal Caribbean has just quietly gotten rid of one of its most popular Broadway show productions on their ships. And quite frankly, is replacing, at least on one ship, with one of the least liked products that they have. So that's right, recently the Harmony of the Seas and the Independence of the Seas have both removed the Broadway style show production of Grease. That's right, one of their most popular show experiences in their entire fleet. Used to headline their Broadway show production, that and Mamma Mia, etc. These were big production numbers. They are full cast. They are full Broadway productions and Broadway quality shows, and they quietly removed it. Now, people are trying to speculate what's happening, and Royal Caribbean says, we'll announce some things in the future here about what might be replacing it. But in the meantime, on one of the ships, Harmony, they have put the show Voices, which is now playing on numerous Royal Caribbean ships and, quite frankly, is one of the least well-received shows that they have. It's an in-house production with a lot of video screens behind them of close-ups of people singing along with the production staff singing on stage. And people find it very distracting to watch because there's all these mouths and faces moving, just close-ups of faces. It's not like dance numbers or anything, just faces talking and like this. And meanwhile, you're trying to watch especially if you're further back, you're trying to watch the people on stage, but there's these big, huge, giant heads in front of you. What do you look at? You look at the mouth of the person on a giant head. And it kind of takes away from the experience, and it's just a bunch of songs. It's not a real production show, but that's what's coming and replacing on the Harmony, at least according to the schedule of the next few upcoming sailings. Now, the ship is going in for dry dock in 2026 for a major renovation. Are they going to bring in their own production show and make their own Broadway show style show? These haven't been as well received as the big Broadway productions that people know what to expect, right? You go into Hairspray, you know what you're expecting. You go into Grease, you knew what to expect. And then you go into some of these and like a superhero themed, and not everyone's into that. And it doesn't seem. Now, a few years back, we had NCL do kind of the same thing. They got rid of Six. They got rid of Kinky Boots. They got rid of a bunch of their Broadway production shows and brought in-house performances. And they actually came out and said, people actually prefer our in-house productions over the big Broadway shows. People don't like to sit in a theater to watch Footloose for 2 hours. They much prefer a 50-minute show. Do they? Because when I'm trying to get into Footloose or I'm trying to get into Grease or Mamma Mia, it's standing room only for these production shows. Yet I go to a standard production in-house and I have no problem getting a seat. I don't need to show up early. It's not as popular and busy. But Harry Sumner, the CEO of NCL, has come out and said, hey, you might think, we're lying about this, but hey, I can show you the guest satisfaction numbers, and it's 100% true. I don't know. I don't have those numbers. I don't have those facts. I only have personal experience and people I talk to. And if you talk to them, hey, do you prefer the in-house production shows or do you prefer the Broadway Footloose and Mamma Mia and Kinky Boots? I'm thinking most people are saying they prefer the production shows, but I may be a little skewed in that, and I don't have those facts that they say they have from the guests. I don't remember them asking me in the guest when I sailed on Norwegian, hey, do I prefer a production show or do I prefer the in-house show? I just see, hey, did you like the show on board? If that's what they're going by, well, if you get rid of all the production shows, all of your new surveys say, yes, I like the new production show. They're not comparing it to the old one. So yeah, I don't know about those numbers, folks. I really don't. And having Grease removed now, yeah, that's a real disappointment for Royal Caribbean. And I hope, I'm hoping they don't go in that direction. I know it costs money to get the license for these Broadway shows, but that's one of the things that made your cruise line what it is, the entertainment on board. And no matter what you do, your entertainment production shows, they just can't stand up to the quality of a professional Broadway show that's been running in Broadway for years. The reason it ran in Broadway for years is because it's so good, right? So yeah, are you saying that you can write and produce Broadway production shows and have them on Broadway? I don't think so. I don't think Voices is going to appear on Broadway anytime soon. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? I'm really disappointed by that. I'm hoping this isn't a trend by Royal Caribbean. It was a trend on Norwegian and it really was disappointing. I'm glad to see that they're bringing out some bigger production shows now, like, the new tribute to Prince and stuff like that. So I'm hoping we go back to that and not, can you imagine Royal Caribbean without production shows anymore? It just seems like that's not a good sign of things to come.